Welcome back, everybody. Here we have today is a box from ANACS with some of my VAM hunt slabs back in here. I think I got a few in here that are also some that I was not weren't part of the VAM hunt, but I put them in here in this order anyway, so you might get a few extras. So let's begin and see what I got. First one here, 1883 O over O. And I thought that this would come back as a 61 and a VAM 4. It would appear that I nailed it on this one. And the O over O, a lot of these VAMs you won't be able to see, so I'll just put up a little side by side so you can see what they look like. I'll take some pictures off of VAM World. But there you go. 61 and a VAM 4. Nailed it. Next one. 83. And I thought it was going to be a 36A, which it is. E on the reverse, hot 50. And I thought it would be a 62. So I did slightly better on the grade than expected. You know what? I'm also going to drop the value of them on the bottom right because I don't know what those are either. Just trying to get through this video a little bit quicker than I normally do. I thought that was a rotated die there for a second, but I guess they probably would have labeled that if that was the case. Because I send all of these in as discovery. You pay like $3 more and they just figure out what it is, because some of these VAMs are really similar or very, you know, you can have a hot 50 that has this certain little attribute and one tiny thing is different and it's not a hot 50 anymore. So I try to I pay the extra $3 just to let them discover it, because otherwise you pay, I think, 12 and you'll never know. Like 12 to verify what you say it is. And if it's not what you say it is, then they just send it. I've never done that, so I don't know if they send a note back saying, sorry, it's actually this, but they don't label it. I would assume they don't label it because you're not paying them to label it and find it for you. So at any rate, 1884 O over O, VAM 10, and that's what I thought it was. In case you're wondering, I've got a list on my right here. I keep track of everything that I thought it was and if I restored the coin or not and all that kind of stuff before I sent it in. So I did think it was a VAM 10, and you could, if you want to verify, you can go back to the other video where I went over all of them and what I thought they were. I thought it was going to be a 62, and it came back as 62. So another one. It would appear I'm getting better at my grading, and I may not have said what I thought the grade was. I probably did in my other videos, but in case it doesn't match up, if you want to really go back and forth and make a list and see if I'm right or not, sometimes before I send them off, you know, privately, not on screen, I will go back over them. I'd say half the time I'll double check and try to see what it is. This is actually more for my own learning than entertainment. I just share it with you guys. So I keep track of what I think they are so that I can compare my thoughts with what they actually come back as, so that I can hopefully get better. At any rate, this one is spot on as well. Next is an 1884 New Orleans. Okay, this one, I was wrong. I thought it would be a VAM 10 also, with the O over O, and it's a VAM 23B, which I don't know what that is, but I will put stuff on the right side of the screen. I'll split the screen here and let you see what it is. However, I did think it would be a 63, and that's what it is. So I missed the VAM. So now I'm curious what the heck that is, because if it was a 84 VAM 10, that's what the last one was, and that was the O over O. That's a pretty obvious thing, so I don't know. I'll have to double check and see what it is, but I will show you the value on the bottom right. Okay, fifth one here. Okay, 1884 O, fifth one in my list here. I said it would be a VAM 25, which it is, misplaced digit, hot 50, scratched. I've actually had this sitting around for quite a while. I totally forgot that I had it until I did that last VAM video. And I got to thinking, man, haven't I got those back yet? And yeah, you wouldn't believe how many coins I just have laying around my house. And I've got boxes of stuff. I have to still go over the results of my fight with pcgs, which was a big video I did, and it was very popular, and it's still popular. I was gonna go over my fight with them on the over trying to get my money back, and I was gonna do a second video over what the results were. I've had the results for months and months. I've just been so busy, but I'll get to that sooner or later. I just need some time. Anyway, sorry. And that's why it's called Rocky's Ramblings. VAM 25, I thought that's what it would be, and I thought it would be an AU cleaned coins. And yes, I did send it in knowing it was cleaned because it's the variety that I'm looking for. So it's a hot 50, AU 58, so at least it's a high AU details. But again, I was on that one, even though the AU was a really rough, I didn't nail down the actual grade, but got the general grade. Okay, 1884 O. Again, this is the 6th one, and I said it would be a VAM 35, so I got the VAM, hot 50, and I said it would be an MS 64. Oh, I even pay them for coin imaging. Okay, so this is gonna be one of my very few complaints about ANACS, and I'm actually planning to do a ANACS versus pcgs comparison video here at some point also. But one of the things I'm not thrilled about with ANACS is, and it's not, I don't want to make it sound like they're horrible. It's just pcgs is a much bigger company, and they've got the resources to do a better job at this. And I'm sure if ANACS was that big, they could do the same thing. But the quality of the pictures doesn't seem to be quite as nice as pcgs. And in order to get the pictures, like on pcgs, you can just go to the website, type in, they actually have an app. You can just type in the number on the box, on the slab, and it'll pop it right up with the image there. And ANACS, you gotta go into the website and you gotta go search through the website, and then it pops it up. It's just a little bit less convenient, and the picture quality isn't really that great. I wasn't thrilled about the one I got so far. Didn't even realize I've got 2 coins in here I got imaged. I will probably take screenshots, I guess, and pop them up on the side here. But as far as the variety and the grade, so I wrote it down, wait a second. Okay, yes, I wrote it down as a solid 64. So, yep, got the VAM and the grade I wanted. Okay, number 7 is a 1904 O. Okay. Okay, I didn't know what this was. Oh, shoot, it's a 1904. I should have saved this for when I do that video, but whatever. You know what? I am gonna just take that out of this one, and I will save it for when I get those back. You know what? Screw it. I'll just leave it in here. Here's an extra for you. I'll try to remember it whenever I get to the 1904s on my VAM hunt. This was one that I had picked up somewhere, probably out of a roll that I picked up, and then, yeah, I just decided to throw it in with this order rather than save it. I'm sorry, I can't remember. I've got so much crap that I've done, I can't remember what I was thinking, but I put down that it's a research chips in the TRU of trust, and I could not, apparently that probably means I couldn't find the variety when I was searching. And I have a little note here that says discovery question, like maybe it's a discovery coin, but apparently it is a VAM 46 die 1. And I put down that this was a 64 or a 65. So, yay for me, I got a 65. And I gotta say, I'm pretty happy about getting a 65 because most of my Morgans I've gotten through coin roll hunting, And I know they're gonna swipe all the best coins before they stick them in rolls and all that, but I found lots of varieties, as you can see if you've gone through my variety videos. And I got, when I was sending to PCGS, I got a 65 and a 64 plus were the best grades I ever got. A lot of 64s and 63s, 62, 61, 60, all that. But it's really hard for me to come by a 65. Usually, if I want a higher grade, I just go buy it from a coin shop or off of eBay, and it's gonna be usually like a 66 or higher that I'm buying. So anyway, this is a VAM 46 die 1. I will throw up what it is on the right and the value. $18.82 cc VAM 3. I said it was a VAM 2B2. And that must have been a top variety, I'm assuming. Or when it comes to the CCs, I'll send them in usually just to get them slabbed. So it may, I don't know. But apparently the VAM 3 is not a top VAM. But I have had them not label it as a top when it was, so on one slab. So if it is, I'll mention something in the voiceover maybe, I don't know. But if it's not, then here it is, VAM 3. So I missed the VAM on that one. I said it would be a 61 dimple, and I got a 63 proof like. So higher grade, lower denomination, I don't know what you'd call that, proof like. Not quite a dimple, I guess, unfortunately. Probably because the backside's so nice. But the front couldn't cut it, I'm guessing. Doesn't look as reflective. That's pretty reflective there. A little bit. Gosh, I don't know. That looks pretty nice. But that's close. Dimple, you got to be 6 inches away. So that's... I don't know. You can see my details of my fingernail pretty good still. So I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. But being a higher grade, probably still around the same value, I would assume. So a miss, but not really on this one. 1884 cc. This one I thought was a VAM 10, and I'm guessing it's not a, so this one says obverse dimple. So this one I said would be a 64 dimple. So I got the dimple on the obverse, but not the reverse, I guess. Dang. I think the front, the back is, I don't know. Whatever, is what it is, I guess. But 64 and a VAM 10. I think with the CCs, this isn't a top. I just threw it in there as this. And the last one here, number 10. Another 1884 cc VAM 5. I said it would be a 63, and it came back a 63. I said it was going to be a VAM 5, and it came back a VAM 5. I killed it on this one. I just nailed almost every single grade. In fact, I think what did I do? I actually did better than I thought I was going to do, except for the dimples. I didn't get the dimples. I got an obverse dimple and a proof like. But the actual grades were better than I expected on 2, I think. So, and then I got all the VAMs except, what was it, 1 or 2 of them, I think? Yeah, the 1884 O wasn't a VAM 10, and the 1882 CC wasn't a 2B2. So, dang, Rocky, you nailed it. But, I wish I could be more consistent as far as my grading goes, but yeah, I don't know. I'd say these two are probably the winners of the show, 84cc and a 65 1904 even though I wasn't supposed to show you that. So I'll hold on to that one for another video, and thanks for watching on this variety search, variety hunt reveal. And if you're still watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Most of my viewers have not subscribed. I know you're out there and you're watching me consistently, but you're not subscribing. So just hit subscribe. It's not a big deal. Just touch it, okay? Just touch it one time. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.